lie down and put your hands behind
It's party time! The hell? That's crazy.
They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I play the maracas, I go chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom. Yes sir, I'm Cuban Pete. I'm the craze of my native street. When I start to dance, everything goes chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom.
Hey, what is up, my friends? We are back with another action figure review. Today we're looking at the long-awaited Pocket World mask figure. Super excited to talk about this guy. It's pretty good to have a mask figure in my collection, so we're gonna get right into it. When it comes to the hype, man, if you have the PWToys version and you wasn't able to get your hands on this PW figure right here, I'm sorry for your loss, dude, man. This figure is definitely superior when it comes to the height. I got this guy standing at just a little under 6 1/4. And the PWToys one, I don't have it to compare it with, but that guy right there is more like a Figma type of scale. So if you were looking for me the last couple weeks, man, sorry about that. I've been out of commission, man. Been kind of, my body been doing some weird things, but I'm back now getting into the swing of things. But if you have not seen The Mask, man, I don't know where you've been, but The Mask is a movie. It came out probably, I want to say 1994. Jim Carrey, the ever so lovely Cameron Diaz was in it. And it's a pretty cool movie. It's kind of funny. The CGI still holds up today. And this figure translates perfectly. The face looks really good. I do like the tailoring for its clothes. See a little sculpt work for the feet. It's a little dingy down there. Got some clay from doing the stop motion. But his clothes are really, really good. The yellow is very bright. The clothes, they don't really hinder the articulation that much. And his face is like spot on pretty much in my opinion. It's a little warped around the hat. I'm gonna have to heat up some water for that. But I do like the suspenders, just the overall look, the inside of it. The suspenders, it's an elastic type of piece right there. You also have some elastic for the tie. And this figure, man, they did a really, really good job. Show you guys real quick what it looks like when you pull the hat off. It doesn't come on in the package, but check out the head sculpt right there. It looks very accurate to the movie, that square type of shape. The wrinkles around the forehead, the cheekbones. Look at the gloss for the eyes. Those big teeth. Man, they did a superb job with this guy. Pop the hat back on right quick, and once you get this thing all the way wedged on, man, this thing is not coming off. They did an awesome job with that as well. Going over the articulation, I share what the neck peg looks like. It's just one head piece attached to the neck. That's one of my gripes. I kind of hate when the companies do that like that, but it can't really go up that far. It can only get down just a little bit. There's like some circular motion that you can get a little bit with the neck if I can get his head to stop popping off. So that is a little hurdle you might have to get over for that. But you can get a full rotation if you were curious about that. His arms do go up a really good amount. It does get a little tight when you're trying to maneuver through the clothes, but he does have a bicep swivel. His shoulders can go in about that much, so that's pretty good. And I think he has a butterfly joint. You can go back about that much, so that's all right. Of course, I wouldn't say he's got a full rotation, but if you take your time, you can get his arms up a pretty decent amount. And getting it back, it goes back a really good amount too. You got the rotation hinge at the wrist, which is good, but it's hella loose. He does have a side-to-side motion, which is just a little bit. He goes back about, and be careful with the suspenders, but you can get him to go back a pretty decent amount. That's all right. As far as going forward, though, this is the kicker. That's pretty good. He goes pretty deep. His legs can go up about that much, so that's pretty good as well. And you can get his knees to go in about that much, so that's pretty good. His legs can go out. Almost Jean-Claude Van Damme in it right there. That's pretty good for that tailoring right there for the pants. I like that. You do have a thigh swivel as well. His legs can only go back about that much. He does have a swivel at the ankles, which is nice. It's a ball joint. It can only go in about that much. I think there is a shift motion, but be careful with the separation. But yeah, he can only go in about that much, so that definitely could be better. Ankles go up about that much. It goes down about that much. Jumping into the accessories, he's got an assortment of hands that are unique to him. It looks like some type of chop hands, some grip hands, some weird spider type hands, some weird relaxed hands, and some look like some joint hands. But if you look closely at the hands, though, it's got some weird speckling going on. I do like that, though. It looks kind of realistic, so I like the way they did that. It does have a mini clock, which is detailed nicely. Here's the money. I'm not going to pull it out the bag, but that's pretty cool. And then he has the mask, which is done freaking awesomely. Look at that. Did I say awesomely? But here's the inside of it, man. It doesn't pop on or anything on the faces, so you will need some tack, but the details for this thing looks exquisite. Look at that. Dry brushing. Yeah, man, it looks pretty good.
And this mallet, it doesn't really fit in his hands really good, but it's accurate. Here's the bags of money. And then here's this little small horn part I'm probably never going to remove from the packaging. Be careful from that, it's hella small. And here's Milo, who looks really good. Unfortunately, his head doesn't swivel or anything. There's no articulation. And I wish he would have came with an alternate head. That would have been nice. Quick look at the scale. It's come with a stand as well. I do like the logo for the base. Here's the arm. It doesn't swivel around the teeth though. Last two accessories you get is an alternate hat and the wolf piece, which looks like that. That looks good. I like the airbrushing going on for it. It looks pretty cool. And then to get that on, you just pop off his head right quick. Alright, it doesn't seem to want to actually lock on to the piece. I might have to try this off camera or something. Yeah, it's not really locking on. So, unfortunately, I was not able to get his head to lock completely onto that peg piece. I don't know if it's too big or what, but I'm going to have to go back later on to see what's going on with that. Let me know if you can get yours to fit on. But yeah, man, as far as the articulation, this guy's got a pretty good amount of articulation range, especially considering the outfit. Got a great ab crunch. His head movement could be a little bit better. His accessories are pretty good, but he doesn't come with any fist hands, so that's kind of a real drawback. I mean, I'd imagine like the mask, he probably punched at least one person back in the day. As far as this mallet, it doesn't fit very well into his hands either. So as far as the looks, I think I'm going to give him a 9.5 for accessories, maybe a 7. And as far as the articulation, I think I'm going to give that guy a 7. Jumping into the size comparisons, here we have him next to G.I. Joe Classified Series and the Sentinel Miles Morales, the clear version. Next, here we have him next to the Mayfax John Wick and the SH Figure Arts Ash Ketchum. And lastly, here we have him next to the Revo Tech Harley Quinn and your Kotobukiya Zero model kit. So final thoughts on the PW mask figure. What can I say that hasn't already been said? PWToys, they did a really good job with this figure. There are some drawbacks as far as the neck range. The ankles could use a little bit more range. But other than that, man, this figure, the outfit is tailored really well around its range. You know, it affords a pretty good range. You know, it's not really missing out on too much because of the outfit. And I think that's important for a lot of these companies when they do these soft goods, aka Masco. But yeah, man, this figure, it is a little bit on the pricey side. So you know, there is that. If you don't really care much about the mask, then it's an easy pass. But if you do like the mask, I will recommend it. That's my video, y'all. You like the video, leave a thumbs up. If not, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.